All right, so we are on to Neptune in the 12th house and its spiritual gifts. My name is Tracy Leela with Soul to Soul. The last video on Mastery, I talked about creating a daily spiritual practice, which is very important. And this needs to be the foundation to really contain your spiritual gifts, setting boundaries, putting that protective white light around you because you're so open to this spiritual 12th house content. And with each planet that is within the 12th house, you are granted with spiritual gifts. So with Neptune here, you have a natural connection to the divine. You have a natural ability to be in connection with that divine current energy of the 12th house. You're born with psychic gifts. It's just a natural ability. And before I move forward with this, I do want to stress that this is a general aspect of Neptune in the 12th house. We do need to consider the zodiac sign that is within your 12th house and that ruling planet in connection with Neptune. And you also want to keep in mind the aspects when these psychic experiences and abilities might be a little bit more heightened for you. So I want to encourage you with the spiritual gifts because Neptune is of no bounds and Neptune can expand with no limits. It's hard to determine the extent of your spiritual gifts. You're a natural born psychic. That means you're able to tune into other people, the environments, situations. You can read a room really well. And your psychic gifts are going to come through to you in different ways. Everybody's a little different in their psychic gifts and what they're blessed with. And so with Neptune here being so expansive, who's to say what it really is until you begin to nurture them and develop them? And what I want to say with the spiritual gifts, with Neptune and psychic abilities and tuning in and tapping into those spiritual gifts that you have, is to take your time. Do not rush the process. Take it slow, because the vast expansiveness of the spiritual content of the 12th house and just of spiritual content in general is so vast and beyond our ability to even understand as humans here with our logical and rational and ego minds. My knowing from Spirit is that we aren't even given the ability to know all of it. We are only given portions. And I believe with the spiritual gifts that each one of us are all blessed with, because we all have intuition, so we're all blessed with a spiritual gift, every single one of us. And those of you who have planets in your 12th house, we just don't really understand to the full capacity how far our spiritual gifts can expand. We need to be very, very knowledgeable in spiritual senses, what they are, the foundations of them, the mechanics of them. You have to understand the chakras. You have to understand all the clairs and understand how they work together. You have to begin to understand how to work with your spiritual senses, understanding what's a spiritual sense, a psychic sense, and what is ego, not to confuse the two and merge the two because it's going to skew the information. There's just so much to learn about. And with Neptune and spiritual gifts, it's just like, I don't even know, what are your gifts? I know that you are born with psychic gifts, right? I know that you have a direct and easy connection with the divine. The extent of your spiritual gifts, each person would be different, and we wouldn't know that until you begin the process of development and unfoldment and continue on your healing journey. Your spiritual gifts, I believe everyone's spiritual gifts need to be unfolded and developed, or developed at the same level of your unfoldment. And unfoldment is your healing journey. Development is of your spiritual gifts. So as you heal, your spiritual gifts will expand. And I believe that they need to work together. They need to work together in balance for it to be a smoother transition and a healthier one for you of body, mind, and spirit. Because our spiritual senses are connected to us through our chakras, from our aura, and affect us physically in our physical body. It affects our nervous system. It affects our psyche. It affects our brain. It affects our emotions. It affects our heart. It affects our soul. It affects our spirit. And it's this song and dance of information between spirit and us here physically in this world as humans. And so there's a lot to understand. There's a lot for us to heal through. And with Neptune in the 12th house and your emotions, you want to look at the downfalls. You want to master those emotions. You want to understand them. You want to create a container around it. Where's your Saturn? Is it helping your Neptune? Do you need to be more diligent? Bless yourself with white light in protecting yourself. Set some boundaries and begin to research and learn about the chakras, learn about your spiritual senses, the clairs, and learn about the aura, learn about your healing that needs to be done, and create a daily spiritual practice for your healing with the intention of slowly merging into your spiritual gifts. And yes, please do ask your guides to help you. Ask them for help. Ask them to take it as slow as you need, because everybody's at a different rate. And just really nurture your spiritual side and create that daily practice for your healing, for your gifts, and to be of service to others. Until next time.